CT side, roster rundown will be Equals, Arsenic, Equalizer, Matt, and Nitro. Not to be confused with the Nitro who just got picked up by Denial from Area 51. And then for Dismay, who is going to be Sharp, Sobo, Mystery, Lime, and Kizo. And I'll let you take this one away here, Ricky Wrath.
Ooh. Hey, and you got my name right. Thank you very much, Dust.
Ricky Wrath? Alright, go ahead, man.
Oh, wow, okay. So starting off the first round here, Matt, Arsenic, and Equalizer all working by Useless, pushing right through B. The bomb is down outside B, and Trade's already to start things off. Equalizer, Arsenic, both getting a kill, 2 actually for Equalizer, so that's 3 down already for the Terrorists. Only 1 for Mostly Harmless. A quick start to the first round here. Sharp trades back, making it a 3v2, still in favor of Mostly Harmless. Equalizer is on the bench. Oh, but walking out mid, Sobo picks up 1 with the Glock headshot. 2v2, suddenly this lopsided affair became quite equalized as, you know what, I'm going to leave those puns alone this game because there's a person called Equalizer in here. So, you know, let's just politely leave that alone. But I'm going to jump into the Azvano director here as Sharp and Sobo, oh my god, Raider on the corner to the right of Nitro, he peeks, oh, and is he gonna get Lobo? No, he's not. The extended clip, well, the superior clip capacity of that Glock proving its worth right there over the USP of, oh, I forgot who died just there, sorry, I'm everywhere right now, but Sobo and Sharp, the last 2 members of Dismay right now, have picked up the bomb. They are outside B, and they are going to run in. There's only 15 seconds left on the clock, so they do have to get that bomb planted. Arsenic walking all the way through mid for Mostly Harmless. He's going to try and drop through the vents. The vent hasn't been popped, so he's going to have to make noise. They're going to know where he is. They're both terrorists stacked up on the left side of sight, or closest to the wall by B main, and Arsenic pushing in from the front here, looking to get a 2v1 frag here. Oh, Arsenic, not quite sure. He knows both are on his left. He does now. Yes, he does. He's going to go in guns blazing, 76 HP. And he's going to reload here, jump into sight. We'll see if the terrorists can combine and trade him out here. Arsenic almost dropping 1. However, he gets put down. Sharp with 2 HP at the end of that round.
So I know you guys are probably expecting some great, like, analytical comments from me about what took place that round, but I don't have any because I have a funny story instead. So remember how earlier I was commenting on how, like, chat was as dead as my casting career because no one was talking in there? There was actually a really good reason why no one was talking in there. Do you want to guess as to why? Yeah.
Rip.
I didn't do that. I don't know who did that. That must have happened yesterday at some point from, like, Prius or somebody like that, but it's fixed now. Freedom to everyone. Now I know the answer to why everything was messed up. But anyway, we already see Mostly Harmless pulling a Cloud9 here, picking up the Scout, picking up some upgraded pistols and some head armor. So they want to go ahead and try to win this here and now. And that Scout can be very dangerous. You know, even if you don't get a headshot kill with it, you still take someone down real low and make it easy for one of those pistolers to pick up the frag at the end of it. So this can be a dangerous buy, and it still works in the meta of CS now, simply because you're not going to buy until 4th round anyway if you lose the first, unless you're just going for some crazy like push thing, or you want to get Famas's 3rd round for some strange reason. So this actually totally makes sense to do. It's not that heavy of an investment when you really think about it, and it does give you a chance to maybe make some magic happen. But so far, Dismay's holding on pretty well. They've only dropped 1 casualty in the course of this round thus far, and they seem to be working their way back over to B, which is where 2 CTs are at. But Sobo with the Galil able to take out Equalizer. 1 is still inside the site. He will get taken down. That is going to be Arsenic, so it's just going to be up to Matt here with the Scout. And I'm fairly confident he's just going to save this in CT spawn and try to have it for next round. So you'll probably see a buy more along the same lines as what you just saw. Probably some upgraded pistols, and then Matt will hopefully hold on to the Scout, and they'll basically try something similar to what they did this last round.
There was something interesting that happened that round. That was, I believe, Equals pushing into A main there. He didn't get the kill. He was actually taken down by the AK of, I believe it was Lime. But I like that push because the AK was down on A main, and Equals knew he had a split second to push in there and try and get the terrorist before he picks up the AK. Couldn't do it, but it was the right play. Just micro plays like that can always win you an eco round. So I like what I saw there from him. Although he wasn't able to get the kill, it was definitely the right play.
Right on. So like I said, you should see maybe some mostly harmless guys probably pick up some graded pistols here yet again and just try to make a similar play to what they made the last time. They'll probably just see 250, so no one's really going to spend another $500 on a CZ or anything like that, or you know, the 5.7. So you're most likely to see them on 250s, which I think Arsenic and Nitro picked them up, and they're actually going to stack the site, which is good. Like, surround the one gun that you do have, and then kind of hope for the best. But unfortunately, in this particular situation, it looks like there's really no one going to attack B. In fact, it's just going to be a lurker outside B lobby who will just likely kind of get this information eventually that NMH is kind of stacking it, because I'm sure eventually they'll get antsy and start pushing in the mid garage, and that'll just give them a clean A site take.
Oh, well, the pistols, you know, kind of come out firing here outside B. MRE takes one down, equals trades back, and although on an eco round, Mostly Harmless has tied things up here, a 4v4. And now remains to be seen is who is going to take this in their advantage. Of course, the odds are much in favor of the terrorists. However, Sharp, as I say that, taking down a 31 HP with the scalp of Matt, who saved that last round. Lime is going to pick up one more. Oh, but Arsenic making him pay. Takes him back in trade. He gets a second with the pistol. That's outstanding work from Arsenic so far in this eco. Matt with the scout frag. Are you kidding me? All of a sudden, it's a 2v1. Sharp was within one shot of getting killed with the scout. And he does take down Arsenic. Arsenic had the close angle advantage, like, you know, he was within lethal range of his pistol. Not able to do those sharps. Oh, with the flick shot, AWP right in B main. The dream is dead for Mostly Harmless as they almost snatch a round out of the jaws of defeat there in the third. But they're going to go into the fourth round with still not one round in their favor. However, with that being said, Dust, they will be buying.
Yeah, I mean, that was just really great work. I think that was Arsenic, right, with the 250 that was in the connector with B lobby and mid garage. I mean, the 2 kills that he was able to get were really critical, not only because it was 2 frags that he got, but also it caused the guy mid to kind of not really be paying attention to CT connector because he was so worried about Arsenic and mid garage that allowed that frag to happen too from the scout. And so that was actually a really dangerous round, but luckily Sharp kind of saved the day there. But like I said, we do come to an equal buy here, and Mostly Harmless going to get a little bit aggressive inside the A lobby off the bat and pick up a very early kill and fall back, not get too greedy with it. They just, you know, they got an advantage. Go ahead and take your advantage and just step back and get back to playing kind of your standard CS defense. And that's kind of where we're at here, as Lime is going to be working through the squeaky hall. At this point, the bomb is going to be outside A, so it seems like they want to go for some type of A split here, as they do have that one guy that's going to be kind of, you know, tricky inside the doors while the bomb is in A lobby with the teammate. We have a couple of set smokes being thrown in there as well, probably to block off CT spawn. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen, just from having that vision, also block off the connector rotation. But Matt is still in here inside the corner, steps out after a flash. Good timing there, grabs the kill. Nitro also fits one in with the op. Sharp trying to fight back here from the forklift, does pick up one, and it's him and Mystery left against 4 members of MH. As they will start working into the site. One has made it to quad. That is going to be Nitro with the op, just holding close, just trying to see if anyone's going to peek around this corner. So far, no. Everything is kind of silent, but finally Nitro steps out, catches a free kill onto Sharp and Mystery, not paying attention, not thinking anyone had made it to quad yet. And so Nitro does some good maneuvering there to get into the back corner, a place that he wasn't going to be expected to be at from the opposing team, and Mostly Harmless puts the first point on the board for themselves.
He just went from the bottom of the scoreboard to the top in one round with that 4K, so impressive stuff from Nitro, the man with the Winnipeg Jets logo. And just like that, the tables have turned, and Dismay on the economy round now, here in the 5th. They are going to be met with some grenades right away, a wall of smokes, the shades of Val with those smoke strats. Going down in mid, the Terrors are going to be able to take it. Equals playing in mid, he is holding on to a M4. And the Terrors are going to follow their way and bust out a vent here. Drop in towards B through Checker, but not if Arsenic has anything to say with it. Equalizer also getting another. That's 3 on the bench so far for Dismay. Finally, MRE getting a kill, but could be too little too late here, as neither Terrace has armor or a weapon at this point in the round. 1 minute left on the clock, and now peeking out of B main. Oh, was Sharp. He actually gets killed from Checker, and MRE now still hanging out in Checker, just falling back, maybe looking for a gun to save or a miracle play, but right now he's going to walk into sight under heaven. Oh, he's actually splitting the defense right here. A chip in the armor of the CTs, as MRE is playing right under heaven. And no one has peeked there just yet. Playing back site is Arsenic with 20 HP. MRE could get this and get the gun if he plays his cards right here. The CTs are, falling off towards a main. CT side entrance. He's going to pick up an op. He's going to shoot, aim again. towards CT spawn. He gets the frag, and he has to turn around, do a 180 here, and try and find Arsenic. And all of a sudden, this is a 2v1, 20 seconds on the clock. It's very doable for Dismay here, as both counter-terrorists have rotated over towards bomb site B, but very smartly MRE pushed through mid and he went up highway towards the site instead of through spawn, which covered his flank, and he's gonna need to ace tier Dust to win this round.
Dude, he has played this so smart. I think he is going to play his way possibly to an ace clutch, but no, Matt is going to ruin the prestige for him there. But man, oh man, Mystery literally played out that situation about as perfect as you can. And it was really the small details there that helped him do it. Like you were talking about, the decision to, you know, go through mid-highway instead of going through truck, where it was more likely he would get spotted by one of the rotators from B before he would actually get a chance to get into the A site. Whereas if you go mid to highway in that situation, there's literally no chance that they will catch you in the back as you make your way into the site to plant. So, I mean,
that
I had
been the play of the week for sure.
Yeah, that was a great attempt there by Mystery. But at the same token, MH does eventually hold on and grab it there in the end, which means they're starting to build themselves into a tie situation here. As we are seeing Dismay, who have really loved to get this mid control. Look at Nitro changing things up with an aggressive squeaky push with the op. That's not something you see super often on Cash. You usually, if you are going to see someone push, it's usually going to be with a rifle or maybe a push on some type of save round with a pistol or something like that. So a little bit different to see an op take that lane. But it does happen. But we're going to see a boost by the CTs inside the site, something else you don't quite see a whole lot on this map. And so, man, MH is pulling out all the stops here to get this into a tie early, as they've definitely pulled out some unorthodox stuff that you don't necessarily see all the time. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone frag someone like that on Cash, in an official match anyway. I've seen it like in pugs and like matchmaking, but I've never seen that in an official match, like especially with playoffs on the line. That's pretty cool.
I love Main. Honestly, Main is one of my favorite leagues to cast. I just love, you know, you get to see the players of the future. But it looks like the play action is coming here. Terrace dropping into checker. There is a smoke going down. Matt, Equalizer, and Arsenic all holding from site here. Dismay, ooh, trying to push into site, but they're not able to do it. It's MRE, his mission op shots left, right, and center. He's going to try and get a CZ frag. Can't even do that. Arsenic holding onto the site nearly on his lonesome. That's a 3K. And that was a very, very disjointed bomb site hit there. They couldn't really get any sort of momentum or trade going there.
Well, especially whenever you suffer two early picks like that. You know, the guy in Squeaky Door gets eliminated within the first 10 seconds of the round. You have that boost play, catch one of the guys inside Sunroom, also within like the first 20 seconds or so of the round. So you're going into a 3-on-5 instantaneously when you've done like really no damage to MH. I mean, that's just tough to play off of, and that's going to force Dismay into a save yet again. It looks like they are just going to hit B hard, and they need to. They don't have any grenades really to work with, no smokes, no flashes. So they pretty much just have to dry run this, just kind of raw dog it, so to speak, and try to get inside the B bomb site. But Equalizer going to line him up here with the AK and get himself probably a pretty easy quad kill. No, never mind. Arsenic will come in instead and get his 2 cents in, literally. And there you have it, a hat trick and a 2K there to split the round. But a question came in, actually, about Main, like what level of Counter-Strike is this? And basically it's the middle. So in ESEA, you have Open and Intermediate, which are like your 2 amateur leagues, Open being open to everyone pretty much, and Intermediate just being kind of like some of the better Open players, kind of upgrading, so to speak. And then you have Main, which is right in the middle. And then you have Premier, which is like your semi-pro league, so to speak, and then you have Invite, which is your pro-level guys. So I look at it like college sports or whatever. You have like your high school players, that's Main, Premier is like college, and then Invite's like the NFL. I don't know if that makes sense, but it works.
Go Jugger! Well, Nitro, he gets one, and he's right on the bench just like that. MRE finally getting that AWP frag he was also looking for last round, but couldn't find. The Terrorists are besieging bomb site A here, as there are still two CTs over at bomb site B. Matt picks up one, Equals gets another. Lime is finally gonna, clock in here with 2 kills as he enters site. Site has been taken, Dust, and now it's a retake game for the last 2 CTs.
Yeah, 2-on-2 situation here. Mystery going to be inside the site with an op. A little bit tough angle, but he will catch the frag onto Equalizer, meaning Arsenic will be alone coming up the highway in a 1 versus 2, trying to keep the winning streak alive here for mostly Harmless, as Dismay is trying to get the tie right back here. And now Arsenic getting on top of the red box, able to get the kill, but Lime smartly in a good trading position there to just immediately hit back with a frag of his own. And Dismay will now tie it up once again for all. And we are going to see Dismay kind of in a tough spot. I mean, they still are able to force up guns here, but, I mean, it's a definite save if they don't win here now, which means this round's really worth 2 for mostly Harmless.
That really sucked at quad. He just looked away at the worst possible time. If he had kept looking quad there and left the guy alone below him, he could have had it, but I mean, of course, we're casters and we see everything, so it's easy to be, you know, have that critical foresight and hindsight.
Oh yeah, but, this is a different Nitro, by the way. Some people in chat are confused. This is not the same Nitro as the one they just gone to.
Yeah. There are 2 Nitros in the scene, and, I mean, one's playing at a higher level than the other. That's how you decipher them. But,
yeah.
4 rifles and 1 op for either team. That's some very classical Counter-Strike we're seeing right now. And the terrorists have not really made their presence felt anywhere on the map. They've been playing pretty defensively so far with 1 minute left on the clock. And Dismay has 1 player who's already very low, that is Kizo. He's at 12 HP. However, to be fair, Equalizer at 16. Oh, the wall of smokes comes out mid. Nitro suddenly only seeing pixels of smoke in front of him. It matters not though. Equals gets 2. Nitro picks up another. MRE finally getting a frag for his team as Dismay looks to take towards B here. They are going to be fighting 2 men down here as MRE is dropped to 13 HP by Equalizer. He is holding on to an AWP, and we've seen before in this game a 4v1 turn into a 1v1. We saw that just a couple rounds ago, and that was Dismay actually on an eco, but MRE, the last man standing right now with the AWP, is going to probably save this since there's only about 10 seconds left as he is trapped in checker.
You've got to be really careful though to you know, not die after the clock expires. That's really the biggest thing. This is where you're going to see the CTs probably try to go on the hunt, see if they can't find him now that the clock's expired. But luckily, he's just going to stay out in the corner, so he will get to save onto that op. That would have been really, really dangerous had he had dropped that. I mean, at least now his team has like some type of foothold in the round. I mean, like I said, if they lost that round, they were going to have to save, and as you can see, they are. But I mean, at least now with 1 op in their hands, that they have something to work with. And I think
their mid takes have been great. They just haven't been able to convert from there.
Right. Mystery's definitely just going to go for this straight-up B pick if he can, but no one's actually going to cross, so he's not going to really have an opportunity here. He's going to get smoked off as well. So this is going to be really, really tough here at this point for Dismay to try to figure something out. Did the game pause?
Yeah, I believe we're experiencing a pause here, so we're going to wait for that to sort itself out. But, yeah, it's great. We have 400 people showing up to watch, you know, main Counter-Strike, and I think we touched on that a little bit yesterday about how awesome that is, and how, me personally, I think those are the best fans, because there's no betting here. There's just good old-fashioned Counter-Strike.
Yeah, definitely. I think for the main upper bracket matches we had a couple of days ago, there was actually like close to 2,000 viewers actually. So
That's
it was
awesome.
really, really awesome, yeah. And I'm sure once we get back to Premiere on Sunday, it'll probably climb up to around that number again as well. So there's definitely been lots of support. And like I said, we're kind of at a point now where we're going to be, for the rest of this month and most of next month, going into ESEA Land in December. I mean, we're going to be casting almost every single day, at least 1 match a day. Between like me, Ricky Rath, Mega Man, Sadakis, Van Silly. I mean, we'll all be rotating through, but either way, you're gonna commentated Counter-Strike from ESEA. Like I said, Sunday through Thursday, almost every Sunday through Thursday from here on out until, you know, ESEA Land for the most part. So really, really cool stuff on that front. Awesome to be able to do that. And also, just a reminder, we do have ESEA Land coming up December 5th through 7th. Right after DreamHack Winter, and we have confirmed all 4 European teams will be coming, and that includes the likes of Fnatic, Virtus.pro. I'm confused right now what's going on in the game, that's why I paused to name the team list, but yeah, it's Fnatic, Virtus.pro, Mouse Sports. Wow, I don't. What is going on in this game?
It's unpaused.
It's unpaused, but it was like that was such an awkward position, like that the Equalizer was in. It almost made me feel like they weren't actually playing out there, like they were just kind of standing around, you know what I mean? It was really weird. I don't know if that's just because the GoTV was messed up and the smoke really hadn't dissipated yet, even though it looked like it had to us, maybe?
I believe that's what the case was, yes.
Yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, it's Fnatic, Mouse Sports, Titan, and Virtus.pro. So that's the 4 European teams that have confirmed attendance. To complete that thought, as we transition back to the game, Ricky Red.
That, yeah, Definitely an interesting transition back to game, like you said. This Eco is off to a mediocre start so far for Dismay. They do have equals down to 10 HP, holding on to a rifle. He's playing in mid, and the terrorists are going to look to take B here, but take A, but a distraction at B from Sobo may prove to be very, very helpful, as the bomb is going to go down at A. So Dismay really playing on their heels right now. And kind of adapting here to their dire situation. They do have a gun and an op, and now they have the man advantage. I'm not sure I expected this about 30 seconds ago, but it looks to be the case. MRE is so low with the CZ. I don't know if he can clutch this. Him being that low, he is walking around there sneaky beaky like right now. It matters not. Arsenic shuts him down, playing that great wide angle from behind the CT big red there in the middle of sight. So a good retake there from mostly Harmless. Arsenic with a 4K. We've seen a lot of 4Ks this game so far.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of guys come up with some pretty big plays. I mean, we saw Mystery almost come up with like a really crazy ace clutch like earlier in the game. And you just had Arsenic come up big there on that retake. And I mean, let's look at the scoreboard here. And as you can see, Arsenic is just light years ahead. He's double the frags of the second place player on his team. I mean, he is just absolutely crushing this game right now. And you'll see some players have those hot streaks, and it's definitely Arsenic right now for his game, mostly Harmless. Meanwhile, the frag distribution is pretty tight for the rest of the team, and I want to say the frag distribution on Dismay is also pretty tight, with the exception of maybe Kiza, who's a little bit further behind the rest of his team. But other than that, I mean, this game's real close. I mean, 6-4 scoreline on a cash. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, especially since most people probably feel this map's slightly more CT sided, so if you can, you know, keep within just a couple of rounds of the CT team as a terrorist, I mean, you're looking pretty good if you're Dismay right now. But at the same token, you know, you've had players like Arsenic and Mostly Harmless step up and make sure Mostly Harmless has stuck ahead throughout the majority of this game thus far. But we still have a lot of Counter-Strike left to be played here, but so far a very close game that we've been treated to.
Yeah, I'm looking right now at the graphs here, and Arsenic is just going ham right now. Equalizer is going to start things off with an op kill. Arsenic doing what it does best, finding heads and knocking them dead. Equalizer getting another op frag, and just like that, 5v2, as Dismay continues to struggle here on these B takes after claiming mid and getting good map control, but Equalizer getting the hat trick, completing that, and walking out. Z is Sobo. He does find one. He has no bomb though. The CTs do have that on lockdown. And Equalizer with the 3K. Arsenic with 1, Nitro and Equals both looking for a frag here to try and pad those stats, as Arsenic is going to push around into mid and try and end the round. Equals gets it, and Sobo finds his way to the bench. It's 7-4 for Mostly Harmless in favor Dismay. It's only 4 rounds here in the 12th. Obviously, you want a better showing on cash, as some people consider this a very balanced map, or sometimes T-sided, but
it's really
they're going to be equal.
It's really kind of based on your team, kind of like Dust 2 is. I mean, you've seen Dust 2, a lot of people have been saying, oh, well, Dust 2's actually become, like, meta-wise, a more CT-sided map. That's not really the case. The map is still structured the same. It's really just team preference. Some teams feel more comfortable on CT side on almost every map. It's just whatever. But Nitro, once again, finally early pick there online. This is a save for Dismay. And to be honest, like, I was saying the match is close, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that Dismay, really, they've only won 1 gun round since after the pistols. So it's really been, ever since, like, the initial 3-0, it's really pretty much been mostly Harmless. I mean, now they have 2 separate 4-round winning streaks, so, I mean, Dismay, actually, ever since the guns have come out to play, I've only been able to come up with 1 round out of 9. So, I guess, really, I mean, mostly Harmless has kind of been the more dominant team thus far.
Mostly dominating. Oh, and hey, do they have the Canadian flag for you too?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's a big shout out right there to all my fellow Canucks. But we're gonna see if Nitro can continue to op mid here. Not quite sure. The T's aren't gonna be boosting. This will be a gun round for rifles and an op for Dismay. Mostly Harmless, actually doubling up on the ops here. 2, 1 in the hands of Equalizer and 1 in the hands of Nitro. Not to be confused with Denial Nitro. Equals, Arsenic, and Matt all holding on to rifles as the terrorists look to take bomb site A here. Smokes, flashes, grenades, everything. The kitchen sink coming out here as the terrorists march their way into site here. No kills exchanged yet, but that quickly changes. The Sharp and Line both get 2 kills for Dismay. Mostly Harmless is already down to a 3v, make that a 2v5, as in convincing fashion, Dismay flipping the switch, turning it on, planting the bomb, getting that extra money going into round number 14. He's going to look to close this one out with a much needed victory. That would bring that to 8-5. And it looks like Equalizer is going to be saving. Arsenic, it's kind of pushing towards site. Not quite sure what's going on right here, Dust.
Yeah, I think he's just looking to try to get some more guns down. I mean, he knows that Dismay is going to come off of their maximum loss bonus. Obviously, they're going to win the round, but if you can get a bunch of guns down and force a bunch of revives in a situation where Dismay doesn't have a whole lot of cash, they might be able to catch them ecoing in a couple of rounds if they're able to win. So that's kind of one of the thought process there, especially since the CT side, I think, they have considerable bank on that team, a couple of guys in the 5 figures, so it's worth trying to just force the issue, even if you know you're not going to be able to win the round, to try to take some more guns off of Dismay. I mean, look at them. I mean, you have Sharp with only $250 now. If they lose this round with no maximum loss bonus anymore, it's going to be a broken buy at best.
That is a very fair point. But look how they took that site last round. You kind of have to ask yourself, hey, can they continue doing that? Because that was a very, very big play there. But look at this aggressive play in A main right now from Nitro, just running right in there with the AWP. He's clearing off so much of the map, like he's giving so much intel to his teams about where they aren't, and that speaks volumes to any sort of team play that Mostly Harmless is showing. And Dismay right now, one chilling outside B, one chilling by the door, and 3 in mid. Dismay is actually going to send a guy to peek A main, that is Lime. He's not going to meet Nitro, and actually, MRE's going to back him up here. They're still going to peek A main again. Nitro with the fadeaway off shot. He's doing work. He gets a second. That's 2 on the round for Nitro. He's having a great start so far here in round number 14. And look at this. Dismay, disjointed again. However, Sobo trying to find that light at the end of the tunnel for his team as he walks up highway and gets one. And on the bench for the CTs is Matt as he continues to struggle this half at 6 and 8. Arsenic is kind of hogging all the kills here. He's at 20 and 6. But it looks like the Terrors have committed towards B. Gonna drop through vent into checker and run out into sight here. Arsenic's gonna go down. That's a big pickup for the T's. They're gonna have to get their other big fragger, Equalizer, who's still holding on to the site here from outside. Main Equalizer gets another, and Lime is in a 3v1 now with Equalizer. They weren't able to take him down outside B main. CT side. Oh, Lime with a huge peek from sight. He's gonna get one, but Nitro finishes the job from the T side of B main. And that will be your round number 14 with the defuse and a 3K for Nitro.
Yeah, I mean, Nitro, even though he's not the top fragger for the team, it's been Arsenic, of course. We've kind of, given a lot of commendation to Arsenic, and for good reason. But when you look at Nitro, there's been a lot of different occasions. I think there's been 2 separate times that he's gotten an opening pick at Squeaky Hall with the op within the first 10 seconds or so of the round. That round, you see him getting aggressive in A main and getting a pick, and that's not the first time he's done that at A main. So Nitro, even though he's not the top fragger, he's actually second. He's really gotten a lot of opening kills for the CT side, which has helped them out in a lot of the rounds as we do come into the last round of the half. He's looking for the squeaky pick yet again. This time Mystery staying far back with the op, hoping that maybe Nitro will get a little bit antsy here and try to get an aggressive peek. But in fact, it'll be Lime who steps out, and so Nitro, once again, opening pick with the op inside Squeaky Hall. The 3rd time he's done it from there. He's done it 2 or 3 times from A main as well. He's also going to do a lot of damage to Mystery there through the door, I think that was. And so, man, Nitro just getting his team off to a great start. Dismay still trying to force the issue at A here in the last round of the half. They're going to be throwing their smokes and mollies in, but Nitro at the quad going to pick up a second frag for himself. Equals rotating in, finds one as well. Kizo trying to save the day from the forklift, but only able to pick up one before going down, leaving Sobo all alone in a 1 versus 4. There's a lot of time left on the clock with the bombs down the site. Everyone's here, and he's just kind of stuck right now inside the Squeaky Hall. Not much he's going to be able to do. Trading some shots here with Equalizer. So far, no one dying just yet, but Sobo will actually find one, but I mean, he's just getting delayed inside his Squeaky Hall so hard right now, and everyone, like I said, is here. They have a crossfire with Arsenic and Equals right now, so it's going to be damn near impossible for Sobo to get out of this alive. I would be really surprised if he's able to win this round in this situation, but I mean, there's no choice but to go for it, right? So here he tries to throw a pop flash, come out the door, but Arsenic will find him from the balcony. That's going to be 10-5 in the first half in favor of Mostly Harmless. As we will move on to the second half, and I will apparently have to try to reconnect to GoTV because something done goofed.
The old Crasharoonie. The top 3 or the top 2 players for Mostly Harmless have the combined amount of frags nearly as almost as much as Dismay. I think there's a difference of 3 or 4, but according to my napkin math, there are 2 players right now for Mostly Harmless. That is Arsenic and Equals. Was it Arsenic and Equalizer? Pardon me. who have been doing work. Nitro actually is doing a lot of work too. So I mean, there's momentum being built around a few core players on mostly Harmless, and Dismay have that right now. They only have one player in the double digits. No one's really stood out. Sobo's had a few good kills, Lime's had a couple, but they haven't been able to get to that point where they can say, hey, I'm taking this game in my hands, come with me and win this game. No one's really stepped into that role yet.
Yeah, so we were able to get back into the GoTV. I don't think we missed anything, but I gotta exact my caption fit because I assume you don't want to watch the game how I play it with left-handed models and all that business. There we go.
Pardon us while we jump back in.
Yeah, that's tough. I had everything all set up and then game crashes like that. Doesn't save the settings, so I got it over pretty quick though. We're good. We're good to go. But yeah, I mean, like you said, Arsenic was huge there. I kind of alluded to the fact that Nitro, I think, let's see, out of the 12 rounds you play after Pistol and the following 2, which is, I guess, guaranteed to the team who wins Pistol unless you eco them, so 3-0. After that point, you know, Dismay only found 2 more rounds out of the remaining 12. And of those 10 rounds that mostly Harmless won, I want to say that Nitro had 6 rounds or so where he had an opening pick with the op within the first 10 or 15 seconds, and it never got traded. So, I mean, that, even though he wasn't top fragging, that's kind of a huge move to make for your team to be able to, in 60% of the rounds you win, come up with an opening frag for free in the first 10 seconds of the round and completely dictate the pace after that.
Oh, breathe. So, we're just waiting for everyone to ready up. Dismay, like if they win the Pistol, all of a sudden they're only 2 rounds behind mostly Harmless, right? So if they can win the first 3, then they're in good shape to come back for sure. And comebacks are a lot easier, I would argue, as a counter-terrorist.
Yeah, people who wonder who the casters are, I am Dustin Moret, Ricky Rat's the guy joining me. All of our links just got posted in chat thanks to one of the chatters in there, so appreciate that. You can go ahead and give us a follow if you want. We do keep you updated on our social media on what casting we're doing and what matches are going on and general comments and stuff about the scene, maybe if you're into that type of thing. So if you want to follow up, that'd be awesome. Definitely would appreciate your support there. Also follow this channel, of course, if you're enjoying yourself, because like I said, we will be bringing you playoff action here from ESEA for the next few weeks. Sunday through Thursday, almost every day, at least 1 match a night for the most part. So we'll be rotating through casters, but you can guarantee at least find somebody commentating some Counter-Strike on here. So definitely just follow up and enjoy. Also, of course, big shout out to our sponsors, BenQ and Zowie, as they'll be helping us at the LAN as well with some equipment. So definitely a big shout out to those guys.
I'm using a Zowie right now, and I switched from what most other people use, and I think it was a DA, but this mouse has been like a dream come true. The amount of time it took me to switch over to Zowie was like a lot less, and I love the colors. I have the yellow on black, and it's a low profile mouse. It fits perfectly in my hand. I'm a claw gamer, and it's been one of like the joys of my life.
To me, Zowie has definitely been a company that's been improving. I really didn't like the earlier series mice, like the EC series stuff would always kind of like be a little glitchy to me when I'd flick it too fast. It seemed like it would kind of sometimes mess up and shoot to the sky or something like that. But with the FK1 and how they've been modifying their stuff, they're really on the upswing now, and they're really making some great products. Yeah, shout out to them. And of course, BenQ, that's what I use. Great monitor, 144 hertz now.
I just bought one last week. It feels like I'm playing a new game.
Yeah, when I jumped from 60 to 120 on my BenQ, yeah, it was like night and day. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and jump back into the game, as we do have mostly Harmless now on the T side, looking to see if they can pick up the pistol round and keep the momentum swinging. But Kizo from the highway going to pick up the opening frag, and Sobo at quad will pick up the second. So you see Dismay trying to get back into this game, and this is certainly the right way to go about doing it here as they just continue to deliver the pain. Kizo with a second frag, and MH is starting to fight back, but Kizo with the fadeaway one-tap on the Arsenic, and Kizo already with 3 frags here, doing a fantastic job locking down this A-bomb site. Eventually Lime will rotate in from highway and grab the final frag, but Kizo definitely was the player of that round with the USP, just delivering the headshots there, preventing mostly Harmless from being able to get the bomb down.
This could pay attention. This might look like an eco to those of you watching, but if Dismay wins this one without letting Mostly Harmless get a bomb plant, I truly believe they'll be able to carry this momentum and give us a very exciting game here. So paying close attention to this round, we'll see what setup Dismay is going to do now that they all have their weapons, a P90, 3 Famuses, or Fami. That's not actually a thing. And Kizo holding on to the M4 as all of the terrorists bunch their way into T mid. Matt is going to work up in A main. Nitro's going to follow suit and back him up. Only MRE at bomb site A. This could be a huge play right now if they suddenly decide to hit it. Kizo is going to rotate up through highway though. Maybe play from electrical box, or no, just going to hang out there on highway as the bomb does make its way into A main. And Sharp and Lime not rotating from B just yet. The action has started here as guns blazing out A main here. MRE picks up one, Kizo gets another equalizer, and Nitro both trade back. And all of a sudden 3v3, make that 3v2. As Mostly Harmless is down to 2 members here. They both have guns, make that 1 with guns as Sharp takes down Equalizer. And now in sight is Nitro with 33 HP and a Famus to his name. Looking to make things happen, can't do it. Sobo takes him down. However, does, as I mentioned at the beginning of the round, they allowed the bomb plant, so Mostly Harmless will be buying next round.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the one big thing here for Dismay, is just to keep doing this. I mean, you were down 10-5, you had a rough time winning gun rounds in the first half, and like I said, out of 12 gun rounds played, they only won 2. So to come back here in the second half and to be able to pick up the pistol, avoid getting ecoed in the second round of the half, and putting it to 7-10. And now at this point, though, they do have the one issue, which is that MH has already been able to buy up AKs because of how things have played out thus far. And with that being said, I mean, Dismay's aware, obviously. That's why they've already picked up some M4s across the board on their team on some of their players. The P90 is still pretty dangerous, especially with that increased armor penetration buff that it got a couple of weeks ago. So, I mean, this is a pretty equal round, but MH does have the slight gun.
I like the way Lime is playing it right now with the P90 up close.
Yeah, that's where you want to be with the P90, obviously. You don't want to be shooting from downrange with it. Of course, that gun's pretty godly, so I guess you could be anywhere on the map and kill somebody with it, but I mean, close range is definitely the best situation to be in. And he might get the surprise kill on Matt, who's just kind of working his way through. A nice pop flash comes in. He's able to step out with it, and that was just a good coordinated play there. Lime gets a little bit greedy, maybe. Tries to swing out real wide there. Gets caught by the AK of Equals. And it looks like MH is going to start executing here on the B-bomb site. They have smoked off lower. They got a smoke on Heaven as well. So they definitely should be able to get the site and get the bomb planted without too much trouble. That Molly is not really going to affect anything just yet. Mystery trying to throw a nade through. Does a little bit of damage to Equalizer and Equals, but not enough to really matter. And we do have ourselves here in a 3-on-4 situation for Dismay.
I like that take. The smokes were perfect for Mostly Harmless, and it's a shame to see that happen at B for the counter-terrorists. But MRE and Sharp all looking to retake here. MRE's so low, but Sharp does pick up one to make that 3v3. And Equals gets another, that's 3v2. But Nitro and Equals actually just going to put in the work at B, and just like that, Mostly Harmless. Back with the momentum, and CTs are poor again. So, Rip and Pepperoni's economy of Dismay. So I want to point out that round, that Lime, yes, was playing a good position with the P90, but when he died after crossing wide from Checker, that also gave him so much recon as to where the other team was, and he called for a rotate immediately from his teammates. So best possible scenario for Dismay, after what had happened there, still wasn't enough to defeat Mostly Harmless.
Yeah, and Dismay is going to go ahead and try to get a little bit aggressive here at mid. I mean, you might as well go for a play, and they're actually going to boost up over, you know, the boost mid, and it looks like Equals is probably going to get caught in the back because of it if I had to make a guess, and he will. Kizo trying to see if he can do any more magic with it, but eventually Equalizer just going to catch him there with the AK from the connector instead. And so we basically have gotten into a more normal situation at this point. Looks like A is going to be the slight of choice here for Mostly Harmless, and 3 CTs that are left are actually all towards B. Are finally starting to see him start rotating through CT spawn to A, but I mean, they're just going to get caught out in the truck. I mean, this should be easy pickings for MH coming into the A site to try to capitalize on this round and make it 12-7.
One tap, dirt nap, the AK. Oh my gosh, Matt just taking a chunk out of his teammate there, mid Equalizer, down to 37 HP. Never fun, but he does have to face off against 3 echoing CTs here. One playing forklift is taken out, that's MRE. Arsenic picks up another kill to add to his already impressive tally this game. as the Terrors are going to look to push into site here and take the bomb site. And it looks like they will do that mostly unhindered, but from behind is Sharp playing by the Squeaky. Not sure how he's going to sneak through that door without being heard. Equalizer and Matt both low enough to get killed with the pistol. Arsenic getting that grenade kill. Oh boy, he's having such a great game. And some nights, the kills just come to you. And I feel that Arsenic is having that kind of night right now. He's definitely going to be happy with his play after this match. Probably going to go boast to his friends about how he top frag, you know, this, that, and the other. But that's another round for the Terrors, unless this Ninja is real. Nope! Nitro spoils the fun for Sharp. Ninja is over. Didn't even actually really start. Mostly Harmless. Getting their 12th round there, Dust, going into the 5th. Dismay, they got to reach deep. They got to do it this round.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't get it this round, then, let's see here, they won't even be at maximum loss runs if they lose this one, so there's literally no chance they'll be able to buy next round after this, so this is a great opportunity for Mostly Harmless to go up 14-7 if Dismay can't stop them here and now, so they really need to pick it up here. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. Mostly Harmless is gearing up outside the B-bomb site here. I think Sharp actually, did he make it inside Squeaky Hall behind the box, or is he? Yeah, he is. Okay. That nade actually does a little bit of damage to him as well. We have a pop flash coming in from the balcony trying to deter MH from taking the site, and so far it will definitely slow them down, though I don't think they've fully given up on this being their plan of action. But Dismay has good positioning for it. They have one guy inside the vents, they have one Squeaky Hall, so it's kind of a decent crossfire. No one actually inside the site, though, so if they can somehow clear out Checkers, then, I mean, it's going to be easy pickings at that point for MH, but we're seeing them definitely setting up to execute here. Nitro going to be trying to throw a molly inside the site. Some smokes are probably going to come in on CT spawn in heaven again. So this is definitely what they're looking to do. Arsenic trying to cause a little bit of a distraction over here at A. They did get one kill there, which pulls mid actually towards A, but here comes execution. One actually has made it to generator, but he's completely blinded, and Equalizer takes him down. But there still is this one guy in Checkers, which is going to be Lime, but unfortunately, I mean, he was being kind of sneaky in there, but he only pulled off one frag at the end of it. Kizo, though, rotating through, actually picking up one. They'll continue to try to press in here, but Sobo going to get caught, and so MH has a 2-on-1 now. Nitro on point right here with the AK. Grabbing a couple of headshots. Mystery will try to play this thing out. He's coming in. Nice op pick there onto Equals. Picks up the M4 now. Nitro needs to get the quad kill to win this round as he's just hiding it out behind the box. Mystery sniffs him out. Does lots of damage. Sprays him through the box. Does get the kill. Doesn't have a kit, but I don't think it matters. I think he should still be able to get this. Wait. Yeah, he'll just get it, right? Yeah, he'll just get it.
Yeah, you got it.
So that was great from Dismay. I mean, they really needed that round, but the only problem is that there's still a bunch of rebuying that has to take place here on Dismay, so their money is still not quite that good. There's still a great chance that if MH can win this round, that they would still be able to win 2 in a row based on the fact that there's going to have to be saving taking place from Dismay. So, great job by Dismay to win that. They needed to, but they still did, like I say, lose a lot of guns, lose a lot of money, forced a lot of rebuys, and so it's still a tough economic situation for Dismay.
Yeah, there are 3 members of Dismay right now with $0. So that's could foreshadow what happens if they lose again. I mean, they have to build up their economy. They would have to save for 1 round, and then they would have to force buy to not bring it to tie point. So that's what the money situation looking like for Dismay right now. As Equals, Matt, and Nitro all going to work kind of B-side here on D-Cash here in round number 6. Equalizer and Arsenic also going to hang out in mid for the Terrorist as Kizo playing Highway, MRE peeking A main actually, Sobo playing in Heaven playing in Z Hall, pardon me. Sharp at B with Lime, and it looks like the Terrors are going to take mid here as Wall Smoke goes down. They're going to try and bust out through mid right into the vent, but Lime is ready, not going to matter. Arsenic takes him down. Arsenic's had an answer for everything so far tonight, as the mid to B is on for the Terrorists, but holding from sight it's Kizo and with Sharp and Sobo, pardon me, as this is looking very good for Dismay right now, getting all the kills they need at the right time. The bomb goes down in sight, and Nitro with the AWP is going to need to get 3 kills right now to make this work. He is the top, he's top scoring right now, not top fragging for his team. Oh, MRE thought he got the kill, but he actually legged him. He's going to throw a grenade there, try and finish it. He does avenge his mistake there. And Dismay all of a sudden is within 3, and they're building a little bit of economy, more importantly.
That's really been the big thing, hasn't it? I mean, they've won rounds, but there have been lots of situations where they had to rebuy lots of guns, and in this situation, they're still kind of having to do that. I mean, there's still really low money after buys here for this team. So, their economy still isn't really the best. I mean, but they're doing well enough is the point. They're winning rounds, they're getting frags, and they have in turn forced MH on the save. So this is probably going to give them a really good chance to hopefully not drop a whole lot of guns and not have to worry about rebuying, and then they'll be able to start building their economy up. And at that point, you have yourselves a game, because it's about to be 12-10, and that's a real close game with the economy of Dismay starting to restructure really well. As looks like they should be able to put this one away here momentarily. They've already gotten most of the frags and gotten the bomb down. Nitro just remains here inside the sunroom, but he's only got 21 HP. He's eventually going to get hunted down here. Just pick up one more kill before going out, but that's okay. Dismay will be fine.
I wonder how much money Nitro's going to have from the... He's sitting on 6050. I don't know why I said it that way. That was really strange. But, yep, 6 grand in the bank for Nitro. He's going to spend that on a shiny new AWP. Actually, I'm going to jump over there and see what skin he's got, because skins are important. And I can't see it, so rip me. But, so far, Dismay looking to tie things up here. Only 2 rounds away. Down to the insurance rounds, are mostly harmless. Nitro's going to get boosted in mid. Oh, he's going to find Sobo at Z-Hull. Hello. And he might find another one at Catbox. Nope, the Molotov's going to go off. And, oh, Nitro with the flick shot. That was a thing of beauty. Just painting a picture in art right now with that AWP is Nitro as he drops down from mid and lurks elsewhere on the move. The bomb is thrown down in T-side mid. And MRE playing at A main again, as he's been doing so far this half. Sharp is going to kind of rotate and fill the footsteps of his fallen teammates. Nope. I stand corrected. He's going to rotate over to truck side and E-box. Lime holding from B, and it looks like the terrace hit is coming towards B as Arsenic lurks over at Squeaky in A. Pardon me as I clear my throat. Arsenic is going to smoke and flash off A, kind of make a distraction here, but Dismay is not biting on that line, playing from the vent, looking to make things happen. Here's the T's push towards Sight Dust, and the bomb is actually going to fall back. This is a fake, but MRE's right there in mid. He's going to peek the side of Nitro's head. Oh, he had his pants down, knife out, and he gets taken down as a result. So unfortunate there for MRE. He could have made a huge play. Lime does get one more from the vent. He is dropped very low, and hopefully the Terrors can get the bomb down here. Just a few seconds left. Nitro's going to cross into A and get towards the site here, Dust, as Arsenic picks up one more.
Yeah, Sharp. I mean, he's not going to have a chance in hell at this point, but man, with the op that round was just absolutely clutch. I mean, that initial boost frag that he got, you know, pretty impressive, but it was really that second op kill that he got that was just kind of just insane, basically. And then he also catches a rotator in mid-garage as well, so definitely great stuff there for Mostly Harmless, and it wasn't a moment too soon. I mean, that was a great time to do it. You know, you break that loss bonus that Dismay was getting, and it actually winds up that Dismay does, in fact, have to save. I thought they finally had enough money to where they wouldn't have to worry about it, but as you can see, there wasn't quite enough. They would have had to force, like, FAMASas and things like that, so obviously not the situation you want to be in. So at this point, MH is looking like they're going to be able to continue to extend their lead just a bit. Dismay getting aggressive here. 3 guys pushing Squeaky. Unfortunately, Equalizer is just super prepared for it. Sitting in mid-garage this whole time with the AK, able to do a lot of damage to Kizo and Lime. There's still one left around that's going to be Lime. And he will step out with the 5-7, trying to get something going. Not able to do any damage, though. Only Equals really takes anything out of it. Arsenic will catch Kizo trying to come through A main. And so far, Mostly Harmless holding on very well. Nice nade damage coming in on Mystery as well for free. And so, I mean, they're pretty well held up in their spots, and they're definitely just kind of thwarting any aggression Dismay tries to throw at them.
There's something interesting to point out here. Matt is the only player in the game right now that doesn't have double-digit kills. He's playing for Mostly Harmless, so I didn't actually expect that. But Arsenic takes down one in mid and heads towards Checker, as we've seen so many times over and over and over this game. That mid to B take, also popular in the meta right now on Dcash. Mostly Harmless looking to get the 14th round win here against the echoing Dismay roster, as Sharp and Lime left with the retake here. Lime at 23 HP, Sharp at 100, having to take on 5 terrorists. Arsenic at 1 HP, Matt at 31, Equals at 33, so barring any sort of miracle, it looks like it's going to be a round in favor of Mostly Harmless. Yep, Nitro picks up one more, padding his stats. He is 2 away from a 30 bomb, along with Arsenic here. As the number 5 player for the CT, Sharp is the last one remaining here. Maybe going to go for a Ninja, but Equals is not going to let that happen. Neither is Equalizer, as they both hang out inside here. And Equals takes him down. Sharp hits the bench, looking for that Ninja. I believe that's the second time he's tried it, and the second time it's failed.
I don't think he was really going for it there. I think he was just trying to get some exit frags. No reason not to. I mean, you're only losing the $500 investment you made in the 5-7 to try to get guns down off of MH, which if he could have, I mean, that would have eventually allowed, like, if Dismay wins this round, for example, and he gets a lot of guns down that round with the exits, then, I mean, all of a sudden you might have yourself a situation where most Harmless does have to save, which gives you, like, a free round. And they could use that because they're 4 behind in a situation where MH is only 2 away from a win. So that's just kind of playing the money in your eyes, and that's what he was going for, I think, more than actually trying to ninja defuse. But either way, we are going to have both teams fully bought out here, and Nitro is going to be in this op duel with Mystery, and he will win it. I'm not sure why Mystery went for that. He had to have known Nitro was already up there. That's a little bit tough. Now, we do have one player in the vents, and Nitro's kind of aware of that. He sees it's already popped, so he knows to be a little bit cautious of it. And he will actually be able to get away with his life here, and Lime is actually going to get forced to fall back into the checkers. So MH is making all the right moves right now. Getting early picks, Nitro that was his staple last half, doing it on CT side. Equalizer trying to come through mid to CT, gets caught by Lime though, and so that pick that Nitro got has been equalized now, and so it is going to be a 4-on-4. This MH is definitely looking to execute here in the B-bomb site. There is one in the area and one starting to make the rotation over here. As Matt is going to smoke off CT, look towards the site, but Sharp in the corner, able to pick up one. Equals trades it. So now we have a 3-on-3. Make that a 2-on-2 as Lime and Equals both also trade. And so the 2-on-2 coming in here as Mostly Harmless is trying to get to match point, but Kizo does not want that to happen. Comes in with the frag, leaves Arsenic all alone. Arsenic comes in the checkers, grabs the kill. Now a 1 versus 1 to try to see if MH can get to that game point. It's not the best plant, so this means Arsenic has to start running in, and he will get the frag anyway, though.
Sobo's probably kicking himself after that one.
Yeah, true. I mean, but the point is that, I mean, that's really the best play you can make. In a situation where the bomb is not planted for their last player, I mean, you can tap it and then sit on it because you know they have to push you. And, I mean, he had all the information. He heard him running up, but he just missed a shot. And so that means Wesley Harmless will make it to that match point situation now.
Yeah, they are almost... That was pretty much worst case Ontario there for Sobo there. Left in that 1v1. He stepped on the little railing there in bomb site, and then that like made his crosshair go up a little bit. And I saw him aiming there, and he missed. He over-aimed there, but oh! Good start for MREs. He gets the Mag 7 kill. Nitro also getting an op frag to trade things out. It is a 4v4 here. $1:20 left on the clock here in round number 11 of the second half. Mostly Harmless looking to put this game away with a full buy, a kitchen sink buy. Everything you got for Dismay as they're holding on to a P90, a Mag 7, a FAMAS, or Clarion as some know it, and an AK-47 in the hands of MRE, who already has a kill. He actually handed off that Mag 7 to his teammate Kizo and picked up the AK as the terrorists slowly inch their way over towards B. Equalizer playing in mid, trying to find a pick. Sobo's going to fall off, maybe not playing with the level of confidence as we're accustomed to seeing main players playing with, as he falls off right away after seeing Equalizer. He does go over towards B, so maybe I stand corrected. That was a call for a rotation as Sobo looking to get one through the smoke. He does. That's the head of Equalizer, however, and Matt both getting 2 in trade. Lime getting another with the P90. Nitro with 30 HP and an AWP has only Equalizer left on his team in a 2v2. Oh, there you have it. Lime with the P90 going ham. He's gonna look for another one by Generator here. Oh, pulls out the pistol and gets one. That's 3 on the round for Lime. And Dismay hanging on for dear life here.
I don't know, man. Dismay just let Lime sit in the site for way too long without even realizing that he was in there. That's rough. I mean, that pretty much just helps Dismay out so much. Now, luckily, MH had enough banks where they're still going to be able to buy here. But Dismay has now put themselves in a situation where they could win out and could push this into overtime. I mean, it's a really real situation. They're able to buy here. I mean, they have to just keep buying out, obviously, because Harmless is 1 round away from the win. And they have a decent buy here. I mean, their really only disparity is Sobo with the FAMAS. So they have really good chance that they're picking up one of those AKs and then getting, you know, M4s and ops on the rest of the team. We are going to see Mostly Harmless kind of slow things down a bit. They want to get that mid control again, and Nitro's been good with that with the op. I think we've seen him just make a lot of multi-frag situations happen out of this scenario where he's been able to get out mid, as he has already made it onto that boost roof. Kizo able to pick up Arsenic actually inside the squeaky hall. And Nitro still looking to see if he can't get some type of mid pick. He's actually watching the events right now. There is no one there. Lime is actually going to be over here at the spools at Highway. And so they might meet up eventually, as Equalizer is also making his way out mid. So Lime is probably going to try to spot this crossed events, which he will. And Nitro's making his way in that direction, but he will get the frag. Nice try there from Lime, but Nitro's op has definitely been on point tonight, and it is continuing
dear
to be
Lord.
on point as he gets another frag there on to Kizo, and so Nitro might be putting his team on his back here to go ahead and put this game away as he finds himself in a 3 versus 3 with the rest of his team. That bomb is actually an A lobby, and he's starting to make his way over there to meet up with his 2 teammates. There's one inside the A site, one CT finally starting to rotate towards Truck, and Equals will take out Mystery, so now the bomb is going to make its way inside the site. Nitro working his way up the highway. There is one CT over here towards Truck, and I think Nitro is about to find him. Oh, he misses the shot, though, but he will recover just fine and grab it eventually. So that's 3 kills for him, and now it's all up to Sharp in a 1 versus 3 to try to save the day for Dismay. Otherwise, it'll be a 16-11 victory for mostly Harmless here. He spots one at the forklift, trading some bullets. He also knows that Nitro still got that op in highway. He does grab the kill on the forklift, and he knows where Nitro is, or is aware he's in one of 2 places, I guess I should say. As that flash comes out, he uses that to try to get behind the box and try to put his back to that op. But unfortunately, Nitro will catch him before the flash has a chance to take effect.
You should have saved, dude.
Yeah, he should have saved, right? Yeah, no.
So, much to the dismay of Dismay, they lose that. Am I right, dude? They lose the match, unfortunately. That was actually kind of took a little interesting turn there at the end. But according to my math, the top 2 people had 33 and 30 kills. That was Nitro and Arsenic. So according to my math, that's 63. Correct me if I'm wrong. But huge showing from those 2. They're going to be real happy with that.
You have been on top the puns today, sir. There was worst case Ontario, and then there was much to their dismay. Really? Like, you're just...
Damn. I'm all up on my puns.
You're all up in the wordplay games right now, man. I had a terrible one last night. What was the one I did last night that was really bad?
I think it was your knock-knock jokes. It made
No.
me visibly upset.
No. The knockout jokes were key. They were clutch, but I made a really bad pun, I feel like. Maybe it was when I was catching with Sadicus like a couple of nights ago. Maybe it wasn't last night. I don't know. Either way, I have not been one with the wordplay as of late, but you had a good run there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that it for tonight?
That is actually it for tonight. This was the only match scheduled the entire night, so we are done. But we should be back on Sunday. I don't really know who will be casting on Sunday. I have no clue. All I know is that there is a matchup going on Sunday night, I think between Pure and Justice Pro in the upper bracket finals for Premier. So that will be broadcasted here on this channel on Sunday night. Not sure exactly what time. If I had to guess, probably like sometime between 9 and 10 p.m. Eastern time. That's usually when they start. Just stay tuned for more information about that over on the ESEA website. Stay tuned to the social media, ESEA Net on Facebook and Twitter, as well as our personal Twitters and stuff like that. If someone wants to type the command in chat, it's !casters. You can give us a follow. We'll definitely keep you updated on our Twitters on what's going on.
That's how I
as
get
far
paid.
as match
I get
casting.
paid in Twitter followers. So
yeah,
and like I'm kind of guesting for ESEA right now, kind of like a try thing, like see how it goes. And like so far, I really appreciate the support I've had from, you know, Holden and yourself. Like, the thing I really like about you, Dust, is that, like, you're always down to just, you know, kind of shoot the breeze. And, you know, Holden's, like, he's very on point with his scheduling. And so I want to give a big shout out to, you know, Priest, the whole crew. They've been so welcoming and patient with me. And a big shout out to all the people who are showing me love in chat. It warms my heart.
Yeah, so like I said, guys, just go ahead and follow this channel on ESEA if you want. You should see this channel back live sometime Sunday night to bring you some more Premier playoff action. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's the upper bracket finals with Justice Pro versus Pure, or aka Savage, on Sunday night, so you should be able to catch that. Like I said, not sure who will be doing it, but I know it'll be casted. I know it'll be here, so definitely follow up. Like I said, you can follow us casters up as well. I'm Dustin Moret. With me tonight was Ricky Rath, but we have a host of other casters as well. Moses, Vansili, Sadicus, Mega Man, all those guys are going to be chiming in. And of course, we have ESEA Land Forgot. We need to announce that as well, and that's December 5th through 7th. All 4 European teams have confirmed attendance, which is, in fact, Fnatic, Titan, Mouse Sports, and Virtus Pro. Then Elevate has also confirmed attendance from North America. Outside of that, we're still waiting on Denial, Cloud9, and iBuyPower to confirm attendance, but I'm sure that they will. Being North American teams, it's a little bit easier for them to confirm, so I think it'll be fine. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good night.